everyone, it's Tammy, and for this week's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a basket weave card. So it just has a really cool basket weaving on the side of the card, and it is a little bit, I'm not going to say complicated, but it's a little bit more complicated than the average card. So you need to be sure to measure, and you're going to need a ruler, you're going to need a pencil, you're going to need an eraser. So go ahead and gather those supplies. You can pause this as you need, or you can watch it all the way through and then learn how to do it, and then watch it and take measurements. That's kind of the way I like to learn myself. So I have just a regular A2 sized card. This is a piece of cardstock that was cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, folded down the middle. So just a regular A2 size card that I make very, very frequently. Oh, I have something in my face. It's making me itch. Okay, and then I want to start, I'm going to make 2 lines that are, I guess, 2 vertical lines. And I'm going to start off at 7/8 of an inch in, and then I'm also going to do one that's 9 16 inches in. So I'm going to just turn my card this way so that I can see better, and I'm going to put my inch here, and then I'm going to take my pencil and count out 7/16 or 7/8. So that I know is right here. So I'm just going to mark that. And then I also went 9/16. So that one I'm going to have to count. This is 8/16 because it's half. 9 is one more. So there we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here at the bottom. I'm going to mark the 7/8 line, which is this one, and the 9/16. So 8/16 is half. 9/16 would be one more. So then I'm going to take my pencil and my ruler, and I'm going to line up the 2 dots that I just made. And draw a line. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And you can just draw it kind of faintly because you just need it for a little bit. You are going to erase those lines. And then what I want to do is I want to make dots down the side of the line. And I'm going to start with my outside line. This is the 7/8 inch line. And I'm going to line this up so that it's there. Why is my, 5.5, it's supposed to be, never mind. And then I'm going to, every 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to put a dot, but I don't want to start at 3/4 of an inch. I want to start at 1 inch. So I'm going to mark the 1 inch point, and then I'm going to go every 3/4 of an inch. So that means I'm marking at 1 3/4, 2 1/2, 3 1/4, 4, 4 3/4. And that's all I can get on there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. And then what I want to do is I want to take my ruler, and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but I want it to be fairly straight. So I'm just going to take a line from that dot over to that middle dot, if that makes any sense. Not to the middle dot, to the middle line. So I'm just making it straight right there, or at least fairly straight. Sometimes it's easier for people to move the ruler, sometimes it's easier for them to move the card. Whichever you prefer is perfectly fine. Again, I'm eyeballing it because it doesn't have to be perfect, and you'll see why, but I just want it to be pretty straight right there. Well, here, I'll show you why. It's because this is what this is going to be. When you take it and you fold it down, you're going to need these to be kind of a straight line. That's the reason that you're doing that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the 3/16 line. One, two, three from the fold. So here, let me, 1, 2, 3, I should do it. And that's going to be my first line. So I just want to start at 3/16, and then I'm going to, how many is it? Every 7/16 I'm going to put another dot. So I know this is a lot of measuring, and I will try to remember to put the measurements below, and if I forget, let me know. But it really is, it's not too complicated. As long as you get these measurements in there, then you're golden. So 3/16 is where you start, and then you want to go every 7/16. So that just means count 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and put a little line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that will be enough. So let's just see. This one will go to this line, this one, that line, this one, 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 this one. Oh, that's not right. This, hold on a second. I did something wrong. It starts off looking good, and you know what I did the last time, and I might just teach you guys this same little technique. So I am just putting my card here, and I'm going to run a line from the first dot that I made to the long line, and then I'm going to go to the second dot. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Forget that we did this part. Where's my eraser? Because this is just confusing it, and it's not right. I thought it was, but it's not. Okay, so at the 3/16 line, let's just start over. You have drawn your line here, you've drawn your line here, you've made these straight. This is starting at 1 inch, and then you're going every 3/4 of an inch, then you're just making it straight. And then what we're going to do is we want this angle to be at about a 45-degree angle, and you want the cuts to be about the same each time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the card at, I measured 3/16 in, put a little dot. 3/16 to this 1 inch mark is going to give you your angle that you want. So go ahead and put your ruler straight and move your card so that I know I have a straight ruler and I have made my first line. I'm holding my ruler. I am going to keep this same kind, I'm not holding it super tight, but I'm going to keep this same angle, and I'm just moving my card down so I get to that second dot that I made, the one that the line connects to. So have it at this angle, push it down so that your card is still at that angle, and draw a line to the first line from the edge of the card to the first line. That makes it the short line. And then I'm going to do the same with the long line. So I'm keeping my ruler the same, keeping my card as straight as I can, and just pushing it down till I get to this dot, and then that's when I know that I need to draw a line to the edge. Same thing, push it down. When I get to here, I draw a line from here to here. Same thing, push it down, draw a line, 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 push it down. Oh, I missed it a little bit. I'm going to go down a little further because I missed that one. Pull it down, push it down, draw a line, push it down, draw a line, and then you're going to look at it and you're going to see that most of them are pretty well straight. This one I screwed up on a little bit because I made it go too far down. And then, so this one, hold on, I need to work on this one. Let me just erase that one and do it again. So I'm trying to keep the same angle so I can start at this one and look at it again. Make sure that my angle is good. Go down to here. Go down to here. Okay, so now it looks like I have, I don't know, I mean they all look pretty good. And this makes it so much easier and quick, I promise. I think that there are some templates online that you can probably find too if you are really worried about it or if you're afraid you're going to screw something up. I don't know. I like to be able to have alternative ways. Measuring everything sometimes makes me a little crazy. And you can see on this one, I totally went past the line. I don't know what I was doing, but that's okay. It'll work out, I promise. And actually that one, I want to cut out anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and from here to the small line, I'm just cutting. And then from here to the big line, I am cutting. And then I'm going to actually cut this one out. So I'm just going to the point. I don't think I got it all the way to the point. There we go. I cut that one out. Now the other ones you do not cut out, so you only cut that line that one time. Now I'm just cutting where this line is to the first, and then I'm going from this line to the second. And you're going to want to do that for every one. To the first line, to the second line, to the first line, to the second line, to the first line, to the second line, to the first line, to the second line. Now I'm going to erase all of my markings. And I would suggest using either some sort of art eraser, either a white eraser or one of these gummy erasers. These aren't my favorite because they leave so much behind and they just kind of crumble. But they do erase well. But they leave a lot of eraser mess. So now it looks kind of funny, but you have, you know, little tabs here. So the next step is you open it up and you have one V cut out. So then you skip this next V, but then you take the one above it and you just fold it down. And then you skip the next V and the one above that one, you take it and fold it down. Skip that one, the one above it, take it, fold it down. The one above that one, skip it, take the next one, fold it down. So every other one you are folding down. Just like that. And then I like to take my bone folder and just crease those edges really well. And then you take these and you fold them, or you pop them underneath the point that's behind it, if that makes any sense. So you just push it down. Like that, and then it stays. And then you have your basket weaved edge. And I'm just kind of crisping that up a little bit. Isn't that cool? And then look. And it's really not that hard. If you just start with the first angle and get it at the point that you want it, and then just follow it down. If you wanted to do measurements, you could, but honestly, I don't think that you need to. And I hope I didn't confuse you too much by kind of screwing up when I first started it. But honestly, this card is really pretty simple, but it's complicated at the same time because there's lots of different steps and it looks like it's really complicated. But isn't it cool? So then you can decorate it however you want. And I chose to do this Eloise girl. This is an Angie girl by Angie Blom, it looks like. You can find these on Unity Stamp Company. Whew, I couldn't remember for a second. I think it's unitystampco.com. They have a ton of different kind of watercolory, wispy images. That's the same company that I did this one from. I have the stamp right here, and it has a ton of great sayings. This one I put in the saying, it says, "Friends are like flowers, they fill the world with beauty." There are other sayings, sending a happy hero. No, yeah, sending a happy hello. Get well soon, it makes me sad when you feel bad. You make me proud every day. You're in my thoughts today. Thank you. It's a great day for your birthday. You've given me so much to be thankful for. Hang in there. Friday, it will be here before you know it. Sometimes I wonder how you got to be so great. Happy You Day. You remind me of all that is good and bright and beautiful in the world. I would have just texted you, but I wanted to make a card. Or friends are like flowers and they fill the world with beauty. So, and I don't know why I'm sharing that one, but this one's called Sometimes I Wonder, and it's just a really great stamp set. And I think this one is too. I love Unity stamps. And this one is the Eloise girl. And so I went ahead and I cut her out at 3 by 5 1/4, and that fits perfectly in this area without getting into the basket weaved part. And then I also cut a 3 by 5 1/4 to go on the inside here, and I stamped that with the saying in this card, which says, "Today, remember you have inside of you strength and courage to handle whatever comes your way." And I thought that I would just go ahead and take my Wisteria Wonder ink, which is the same color as this paper, and so I'm just using matching ink, I should say, and I am just rubbing the edges of the inside of the card. I can still write a little note in here. I don't want it to be, you know, like a big, huge mess or, you know, taking up a ton of space, but this color is light enough that if I go in a little bit like I am right now, it's not going to hurt anything. I can still write over it and cover over it. It just gives it kind of a neat look. So there's that for the inside. And then for the outside, I think I'm going to do the same. I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of ink up the edges. And in my first card that my demo card, I guess I should call it, I put a ribbon along the bottom before I put my sentiment, and I think that looks really cute. But this one, I'm kind of thinking that I might use some washi down the side here, just some glitter washi, or maybe on this side. Kind of like it over there. So let me go ahead and put this down. So I did color this with some alcohol art markers that I have, and I went ahead and pre-colored just because I really want to focus on the technique of the card. I wanted to teach you the card today. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the inside as well. Couldn't find the end of the washi for a minute. You know what? I kind of like that, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rip that off. I'm going to take my cutter and I'm going to try to cut this in half. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Oh, that's not half. That looks more like half. And then just slice it up the middle. And I'll put this one on this side, then I'll put the other one on the other side. And then I will just give it a haircut. All right. Yes, I think that looks really cute. All right, so that is the technique. I hope that that helped you guys. I hope that that taught you something. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I'm sorry, sometimes these tutorials are a little bit hard to know how to say the things that you want to say, and I know that maybe I confused you when I started drawing those dots on this side to try to get it to work, but the 45-degree angle thing is just better. And just remember, you hold your ruler straight, and you can just move the card up or down, whichever way, and it will stay at that angle or close enough. I mean, if it's not exactly perfect, nobody's gonna know. It's, you know, it's card making. The other way to do it would be to keep the card in one spot and just move your ruler up or down, however you needed to do it. So there you go, another tip, and hopefully that works and you guys can make these beautiful cards too. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Till next week. Bye-bye.